Hello, everybody. This is Lorraine from Canada with an intermediate verbling lesson for you. Today's lesson is a listening and speaking activity. We're going to practice using small talk. This is good for people who are in business and need to meet people, say at conferences and places like that, and you want to be able to start a conversation in English. And so I'll say hello to Claudia again. Hi, Claudia. Welcome back. Nice to see you again. Excellent. And we have Amparo. Welcome.
Hi, teacher. Good morning.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
That's good. What has the weather been like where you are, Amparo?
Now I suppose we are in 30 degrees.
Oh, 30 degrees.
Yeah.
I don't think we are going to get to 10 today.
Wow.
It is such a cold, damp, miserable day. It's not nice. I want to be someplace warm. This is crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the class. Glad you're here. And we have Giuseppe. Hi, how are you?
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Are you doing well today, Giuseppe?
I'm doing well today.
Excellent.
Thanks. And you?
That's good. I'm very good, thanks.
Good to
And we
know.
have Anton. Hi, Anton.
Hello.
Welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Nice
teacher.
to meet you. Where are you from, Anton?
I'm from Mérida. It's a little town in the south of Spain.
Okay. I've been to Merida in Mexico.
Yes, it's
Yes.
the sister.
Yes, I think so. Actually, there are many Meridas, I think, in different
Yes, but
places.
the
They're
first
all
one is the Spanish
is from
one because
Spain, yes.
we were colonists in America, and this is the first one, Mérida.
Okay, all right. Well, I know in Mexico it is a beautiful city. Is it a beautiful city in Spain?
Yes, because we have an important Roman heritage. The Italian civilization was here for years, and it's known as Little Rome because we have
Oh,
interesting buildings, Roman theater, and something similar. We have a lot of interesting things to see in this town.
oh, wow. That sounds very interesting. I love to travel. So
Yeah.
now I have another place I would like to visit. I think I will have to come and visit Spain. I was there very briefly once, just for 2 days, when my husband and I went on a motorcycle trip. But we went through Switzerland and France and through Spain and back to France and back to England. So we couldn't spend much time, but it sounds like a place to explore. Thank you.
Especially if you like to ride.
Yeah, yeah. Very good. Nice to meet you, Anton.
Nice to meet you too.
And we have Soso. Hello.
Hello.
Soso. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to class.
Thank you so much.
Where are you from, Soso?
I'm from Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia?
Yes.
Okay, good. You have a picture of cars in the rain.
Yeah, that was during the winter, sorry.
Oh, in the winter. That's what it looks like right now here in Canada. Just like that. It's not nice. Welcome to the class. It's nice to have you. And we have Mikkel. Hello. How are you?
Hello, Lorraine. I'm very well, thank you. And
Good.
you?
Well, I'm good. Welcome to the class.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you. Okay, I think we'll get started with our material. I have posted the link for the worksheet in Verbling chat. If you need it, Claudia, I will also post it in the Google chat. There it is. Okay, and I will share it on my screen share. I always do a PowerPoint presentation to make it easier to put in the answers. So you should see a blue screen where my icon is, and it says Small Talk. If you click on my icon, then it will be your main screen. Does everybody see Small Talk? If you can't, let me know.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. So when you meet somebody new in your country, are there certain topics of conversation that you use to talk to them to be polite? For instance, here in Canada, as you might have noticed if you have been in my class for a while, I always talk about the weather. In Canada, it is a polite topic when you meet somebody new to talk about the weather. You say, oh, isn't it a beautiful day today? Or, oh my gosh, this weather is so crummy, is it ever going to end? So this is a conversation opener here in Canada. Amparo, what about in your country? What would you talk about with a stranger?
The weather, the the news of the day, political news.
Political?
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So in polite conversation, it's okay to talk about politics?
No, just in general terms.
Okay.
For example, when it's time to elections, something like
Okay.
that, we are just.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sometimes in places like, well, Canada and the US, politics and religion are two subjects you're not supposed to use in polite conversation.
Yes.
It could get you into
Exactly.
trouble. Okay,
Yeah,
great.
exactly.
Anton, what about where you live? What would be polite conversation with a stranger? What would you talk about?
Yes, we have a topic here because we are in a big crisis, and
Right.
we are always speaking about between quotes the thing. You don't have to speak a lot about the thing, about the crisis,
Right, it just
and
is.
don't speak me about the thing because
Okay.
we are worried of this situation and we want to spring up, to born again and do something
Right,
different. And
do something
this is
else.
this is a real way to start a conversation. Nobody speak about the thing, but everybody does.
Okay, good. Claudia, what about where you live? What's the typical topic of conversation to be polite?
I think weather, and then I think what we can speak, we can talk about what we usually do when we have free time, and and then and so about restaurant or pub, and where we usually go.
Okay. All right. So leisure activities. Interesting. Very nice. Thank you. Giuseppe, what about for you? What is polite conversation with strangers in your country?
Well, let me say that it depends on on the context. For example, if I'm in a pub or in a bar, we usually talk about a crisis or sports like football
Right.
and so
What
on.
about in a business situation? If you are at a conference or meeting with another team from someplace, what would you talk about then?
Well, from my experience, when for example, I met colleagues of mine in Germany, and then I talk about how it's good to live in Germany, or how take care of how much cost living in
Oh, yeah.
Germany and
Right.
and so on. Yes.
Yeah, so comparing your different places. All right.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's sort of things. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Okay, thank you.
You're
Mikhail, what
welcome.
about where you are? What
Yes,
topics?
I think with telling yourself depend the context. For example, to be polite in a business is to ask for your family, your business, and all things, these things. And you go in the street, normal people don't have a straight relation. Well, I don't know. I think the weather is the more common to start a conversation.
Weather is always a good one. Okay, thanks, Mikhail.
Yes.
So what do you think? What is it like in your country?
And these situations, people usually complain about the weather, how hot is it,
Right.
and they also talk about local issues.
Right, okay, so they would be maybe political issues or what happened in the news?
No, not political. Something related to the society,
Okay.
but not political issues.
What about, do people talk about television programs at all?
Yes, they do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another topic that's very common in Canada, is to talk about what we saw on television last night. Okay. Well, good. And let's see. We're going to match the expressions on the left with the definitions on the right. So on the left, we have expressions. They are like little phrases, and they have particular meaning. So let's see if, Amparo, you can do the first one.
Make small talk. To talk with someone for a very short time.
A lot of these are very similar, and
Yeah.
there is a better definition of making small talk.
To have a conversation about important things.
That's the one, yes. So when you're making small talk, what makes it small is that it's totally unimportant. It doesn't really matter. You're just trying to find a way to communicate with another person that you don't know very well. So you really can't talk about anything important with them because you don't know what is important to them. So small talk is an opening to find out something about the other person. Okay, so it's small talk, unimportant. Good. Okay, Anton, number 2.
Talk shop. Maybe to talk about business with people you work with when you are not at work.
Exactly, yes. That is talking shop. When you're not at work, you talk about work. Not a good thing, but there we all do it. Very good, thank you. Claudia, number 3.
Have a chat. To talk to someone in a friendly, informal way.
That's right. Good. Exactly right. That's a chat. Excellent. And Giuseppe, number 4.
Exchange words and then to talk with someone for a very short time.
Okay, good. Now that expression, exchange words, is often used when somebody is talking about other people who had a small argument. So they might say, yeah, well, Harry and Jim exchanged words this morning. It means that they had a very small argument. It doesn't always mean that, but you might hear somebody use that expression, and that's what they mean. Okay, when Jim and Harry exchanged words this morning. They had a small argument. Mikhail, number 5.
Yes.
Easy one.
Strike up a conversation. To start to talk with someone you don't know.
Okay, good. So let's see if we can use these expressions in a sentence describing something that you have done. So the example that we have here is exchanged words, and it says, I exchanged words with our sales director after the meeting last Monday. So, Soso, can you try using small talk? Tell me when you last engaged in small talk.
Okay. Okay. Last Sunday, when I was waiting in the bank, I made a small talk with the people in the room.
Okay, good. Okay, so you can say made small talk, also engaged in small talk. There are 2 ways of saying that. Whoops, I hit the wrong thing, sorry. I should have been there, okay. In Verbling chat, I just want to put it here too. There, all right. Okay, well done. Ahmed, hi, welcome.
Hi Lorraine, how are you doing?
I'm good. Nice to see you. So we're just trying to make some sentences using these phrases. So can you find a way to make a sentence describing when you last engaged in this activity of talking shop?
Well, let's say probably in this morning in one of Verbling classes. We had, we talked shop.
Okay, we talked shop in a Verbling class. All right, good. Amparo, can you use have a chat?
Some students have a chat during the classes.
Okay, so what I want you to do is use I, and then you will need to put it in the past tense. I had a chat with some friends this morning. Okay, so you would just say I had a chat. Oh boy, I can't type worth a darn today. So have a chat is in the infinitive. Have is the infinitive. When you say it in the past, you just change it to had. I had a chat with some friends this morning. Okay? Good. Excellent. All right. And Anton, the next one, oh, we've already done it. Well, do exchange words. Yeah, do exchange words.
Okay. This morning I exchanged words with someone in a queue because I only asked about where are going to be my turn.
Okay, when is it going to be my turn? You've exchanged words. Okay, good. Claudia, number 5. Strike up a conversation.
Yesterday I took the bus and I began to have a conversation with my, I don't know, how do you call who is near you in the bus?
A fellow passenger.
Can you use in this case strike up a conversation?
Okay, and I'll have to put this in the Google for you. So the past tense of strike is struck. I struck up. I struck up a conversation with a fellow passenger.
Okay.
Okay, good. Giuseppe, can you use, well, actually, I'll let you choose which one you want to use. Make a sentence that is true for you.
Okay. When I was waiting for the train at the station, I met a few strangers, and then I had a small, and then I made a small talk.
Okay, you made small talk. Okay, good. Mikael, I want you to do the same. Find one of these expressions.
Yes, for example, strike up a conversation. I try strike up a conversation when I am meeting with sorry. I try to strike up a conversation when I meet with another people.
Okay.
I don't know.
No, I can see what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
The best way to do this is to change it to the past tense. So it's something you have done in the past. I struck up a conversation with, you could say, my best friend yesterday, or my wife, or...
Yeah.
Okay, so...
My best friend in this case is two people you don't know. Bueno, it's possible with a friend also, no?
Okay, so what is the sentence you're saying?
I try to strike up a conversation when I meet another people.
Okay, I try to strike up a conversation when I'm with other people. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that works. Soso? Can you try? Choose one of the expressions. It doesn't matter which one.
Okay. I usually have a chat with my friends every morning.
Okay, good. I usually have a chat with my friends every morning. Excellent. Okay, good. Let's continue on. Now we have conversation openers and their responses. A lot of small talk is, it's very generic, it's not specific, so there are always ways of answering it. Most people, when they meet each other, they say, "Hi, how are you?" And we always respond with, "I'm fine." We respond with, "I'm fine," even though we had a terrible day, we have a headache, a cold is coming on, but we still say, "I'm fine," because it is part of a greeting and not really somebody asking you how you are. Okay, so these are some conversation openers, and you have to try to decide what the best response is to this opener. So I'm going to do this a little differently. I'm going to have, let's see, we're going to start with Soso. I want you to read the conversation opener, and Mikhail, I want you to answer with one of the responses on the right. Okay? So, Soso?
Sorry, Lorena, okay. One moment.
Okay.
Can you explain?
Yes, I will explain again.
Okay,
Soso
thank you.
is going to read number 1, and that is, go ahead, Soso, read it, please.
Okay. Haven't we met somewhere before?
Okay, now take a look at all the different responses, Mikhail, and pick the one that answers that question the best.
Okay, one moment.
Mm-hmm.
Push it. Yes. That's right. It's good to see you again.
I can
No,
understand.
no, sorry.
Okay, that's all right.
Yes, I think so. I can't quite remember where so. No.
Perfect. Yes, that is the one. Good job.
Thank you.
That was difficult, yeah, because they didn't give you many clues. Haven't we met somewhere before? Yes, I think so. I can't remember where, though. Good one. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, Giuseppe, I want you to ask number 2, and Claudia, can you find the answer, please?
Okay.
Mind if I join you?
And that's right. It's good to see you again.
Okay, he's asking a question.
You
Mind
haven't-
if I
No.
join you? You might be sitting in a restaurant all by yourself. Somebody comes up and says, mind if I join you?
Not at all. Be my guest.
That's the one, yes. Not at all. Be my guest. Good. These are hard. Okay, Anton, you are going to ask, and Amparo, I want you to find the answer, please.
Okay. How do you like our new location?
How would you like it? Well, it's certainly a nice change. I see you have a splendid view of the cathedral from your conference room.
Very good. Well done. Okay. Ken, you will ask the question, and Ahmed, you will try to find the answer, please.
Okay. How are you enjoying the conference?
Letter A. I found it very practical so far. I can't wait to implement some of the ideas that have been discussed.
Very good. Excellent. Okay, so Eke, now you ask the next question. Or Ahmed, ask the next question, and Ken, you will answer it, please.
Okay. What are you having?
Having. Whatever you are having is fine.
Okay. Personally, I hate that one. I would rather somebody say what they want, but the polite thing to do is to have whatever your host is having. So You
Even
might end up having something you don't like. Okay, good. Amparo, can you ask the question and Anton answer it, please?
Would you, Daniel, long time no see. It must be 6 years or so.
Yes, well, colleagues, we go back about 7 years.
That doesn't quite fit. Daniel, long time no see.
Ah, that's right. It's good to see you again. You haven't changed a bit, yes.
Okay, very good. And you will hear that expression a lot. Long time no see. It is totally bad grammar. And it is used everywhere. You will hear that. You know, somebody will say, "Hey, Anton, long time no see."
okay. What is the accurate, or I mean, the better way to say it then?
That is a good way to say it. If you want to say it grammatically correct, you would say, "Daniel, it is a long time since I have seen you." But in slang, it's long time no see. Everybody who is English will understand.
I've heard saying long time no see to the boss. It's a bit risky. Is it right?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it to the boss. And
Okay.
typically, you would not be in a situation where you would need to say that to your boss. Because it's usually when you meet a colleague or a friend that you haven't seen in a long time. It is very informal. So certainly don't use it in formal situations.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. All right. So this time it's Claudia will ask the question and Giuseppe will answer. This is the hard one.
Do you
It is.
do you two know each other?
Yes, we are all the colleagues. We go back about 7 years.
Very good. Okay.
It was
Are
very
there?
hard.
I know. Does anyone have any questions about any of these conversations?
Just one question, please.
Yes.
I would like you to read the last question.
Do you two know each other?
Yeah, I mean, you and two, I should try to make them together, put them together. I mean, you two.
Yeah. Do you two know each other?
Yeah, thank you.
Good.
But one question, Lorraine.
Yes.
In the B, well, it's certainly an change. I see you have a splendid view from your conference room. What means?
Okay. In this particular instance, it is two businessmen, and one is visiting the other at their new building. And the person who is in that building asks about, "Do you like our new location?" And the person asked gives an answer that it's very nice. Okay, you have a good view from the conference room, which is where they are. A conference room is a very large room, usually with a big, long table in it and lots of chairs, so many people can be in there. Okay?
For business?
Yes, it's a business situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I have another question.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, please, the last letter G. We go back about. What does this mean? We go back about.
Okay, so what they're saying there is our relationship goes back about 7 years. So we have known each other for 7 years.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
this is just making it shorter. We go back means our relationship goes back that long.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay. We're going to listen to some dialogues now. While we're listening to them, think about what the dialogue is trying to do. Is it introducing yourself to someone that you've met before? Are you greeting somebody you already know? Asking if you can sit with someone? Just making small talk? Or offering someone a drink at a bar or restaurant? So all of these dialogues will fit into one of those categories. So if everybody mutes their microphone, it will keep the classroom quiet, and I will play the audio. So everyone on mute, please. Anton, can you mute your microphone, please? Thank you. Here we go. I think.
Dialogue 1. Haven't we met somewhere before? Yes, I think so. I can't quite remember where, though. Anyway, my name's Helen Rice from Global Training Solutions. Oh, right. It was probably at the Management Skills Development Conference in London last year. How do you do? I'm Susan Clark. Dialogue 2.
Mind if I join you?
Not at all. Be my guest.
Wonderful canteen you have here.
Yes, we do. I see you've ordered the mushroom soup. Good choice.
Dialogue 3.
How do you like our new location?
Well, it's certainly a nice change. I see you have a splendid view of the cathedral from your conference room.
Yes, it certainly beats all those grey apartment blocks that surrounded our previous headquarters. Whereabouts are you located?
Dialogue 4. How are you enjoying the conference?
I found it very practical so far. I can't wait to implement some of the ideas that have been discussed.
Yes, we've certainly had our fair share of marketing experts today. Talking of marketing, how's your new campaign coming along? Dialogue 5.
What are you having?
Whatever you're having is fine.
Right, 2 beers it is then.
Dialogue 6. Daniel, long time no see. It must be 6 years or so.
That's right. It's good to see you again. You haven't changed a bit.
Neither have you. I'm told that you're now the regional manager.
Yes, that's right. It's quite a challenge, you know.
I bet. Dialogue 7. Do you two know each other?
Yes, we're old colleagues. We go back about 7 years.
Actually, it's more like 8. We first started working together during the company merger.
Okay. So. Right. Do we need to listen to those once more to make those categories, or are people confident they can do this?
Okay.
What do you like?
I don't understand the dialogue 4. I don't remember. I missed the dialogue 4.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to play them through one more time. This time, it is a good idea if you have a piece of paper, write down the number of the dialogue and whether you think it's A, B, C, D, or E, okay? And then we'll go through them. All right, here we go.
Dialogue 1. Haven't we met somewhere before? Yes, I think so. I can't quite remember where, though. Anyway, my name's Helen Rice from Global Training Solutions. Oh, right. It was probably at the Management Skills Development Conference in London last year. How do you do? I'm Susan Clark. Dialogue 2.
Mind if I join you?
Not at all. Be my guest.
Wonderful canteen you have here.
Yes, we do. I see you've ordered the mushroom soup. Good choice.
Dialogue 3.
How do you like our new location?
Well, it's certainly a nice change. I see you have a splendid view of the cathedral.
Yes, it certainly beats all those grey apartment blocks that surrounded our previous headquarters. Whereabouts are you located?
Dialogue 4. How are you enjoying the conference?
I found it very practical so far. I can't wait to implement some of the ideas that have been discussed.
Yes, we've certainly had our fair share of marketing experts today. Talking of marketing, how's your new campaign coming along? Dialogue 5.
What are you having?
Whatever you're having is fine.
Right, do as it is then.
Dialogue 6. Daniel, long time no see. It must be 6 years or so.
That's right. It's good to see you again. You haven't changed a bit.
Neither have you. I'm told that you're now the regional manager.
Yes, that's right. It's quite a challenge, you know.
I bet. Dialogue 7. Do you two know each other?
Yes, we're old colleagues. We go back about 7 years.
Actually, it's more like 8. We first started working together during the company merger.
Okay. So let's start with Soso. What do you think, Dialogue 1, what kind of a situation is it for Dialogue 1? Are you there, Soso?
Oh, is it me? Okay. Yes. That's someone else. A, introducing yourself to someone you think you have met before.
Yeah, that's good. Exactly. Mikhail, what about Dialogue 2? What do you think?
One moment. Oh, yeah. One moment.
Dialogue 2 started with, wonderful canteen you have here.
One moment. One moment. Grade B, is possible?
This is where he says that, do you mind if I join you?
Now asking if you can see with someone.
Yeah, that's it. See, good. Okay, Giuseppe, what about Dialogue 3?
Dialogue 3, I choose as making small talk.
Yeah, that's right. They're just making small talk. Very good. What about Dialogue 4, Claudia?
The Dialogue 4, for me, it was D, but I don't remember the dialogue.
That's okay. No, you're right. It's D. Exactly right. You don't need to remember it. That's when you wrote it down.
Yes,
is when you made that decision, and that's good. Anton, what about 5? Anton, unmute your microphone. We can't hear you.
Yeah, I think it's D too.
Okay, in this case, he said, what are you having?
Oh, offering somewhere at
yeah, that's right. Yeah, what are you having? Same as you. Good. Amparo, what about Dialogue 6?
Reading someone you already know.
Yeah. And Dialogue 7, Ekiken?
Probably D.
Yeah, making small talk again. Good. Okay, so we're going to listen to each dialogue, and I'll stop between each dialogue, and we'll put in the word that belongs on the line. In all of these cases, they're giving you the first letter of the word. Okay, so here we go with the first dialogue.
Dialogue 1. Haven't we met somewhere before? Yes, I think so. I can't quite remember where, though. Anyway, my name's Helen Rice from Global Training Solutions. Oh, right. It was probably at the Management Skills Development Conference in London last year. How do you do? I'm Susan Clark.
Okay. So, can anybody tell me the word that should go on this line? The
Anyway.
first one.
Anyway.
Anyway, good. And what about the second line?
Right.
Right.
Good. All right. All right. Excellent. Here we go with dialogue 2.
Dialogue 2.
Mind if I join you?
Not at all. Be my guest.
Wonderful canteen you have here.
Yes, we do. I see you've ordered the mushroom soup. Good choice.
Okay. So, what should be on the first line?
C.
Yes, C. Good. Mikhail, what about the next 2 lines? What did he say?
Good choice.
Good choice. Very good. Excellent. Okay, here comes dialogue 3.
Dialogue 3.
How do you like our new location?
Well, it's certainly a nice change. I see you have a splendid view of the cathedral from your conference room.
Yes, it certainly beats all those grey apartment blocks that surrounded our previous headquarters. Whereabouts are you located?
Okay. Giuseppe, the first 2.
Yes, it is. It is certainly big.
It certainly beats.
Beats. Okay.
Yes, beats. Yes, it certainly beats.
Beats.
All
Okay.
those gray apartment blocks. Do you understand the meaning of that? Certainly beats all those gray apartment blocks.
Not really.
Okay, and that's why I asked. Does anybody know what this means?
Probably like it is when you fight someone, you beat him.
Okay, it is more like in a race, beating in a race.
Ah, yeah.
So he asked about the new location. How do you like our new location? And what he's saying, it's better than the last location. So when we say better than, we can also say it beats, like in a race. It was better than, or it beats all those gray apartment blocks that surrounded our previous headquarters. So it's a much better view. And you can use that expression. It certainly beats, walking certainly beats having to wait for a bus. So it's one thing that's better than another thing. Okay. Claudia, what did he say in the next blank line?
Where?
It's
Where
very
are you
close. Where are you located? But they used a very British word that we don't use here so much in North America. It's whereabouts. Oh, and I have to put it in the other. Oh. Whereabouts. We would just say where. Where are you located? Okay. Means the same thing. All right. Here comes dialogue 4.
Dialogue 4. How are you enjoying the conference?
I found it very practical so far. I can't wait to implement some of the ideas that have been discussed.
Yes, we've certainly had our fair share of marketing experts today. Talking of marketing, how's your new campaign coming along?
All right. Anton, what was on the first line?
I think it's certainly.
Certainly. It certainly was certainly. Good. And the next one, Amparo?
No, I didn't get it.
Okay, did anyone get the next word that's blank here? All right. So it was fair. we certainly had our fair share of marketing experts today. And this expression means we've had a lot of marketing experts talking to us today. We've had our fair share. Sometimes you would replace fair share with more than enough. It means there's a lot. Okay. Amit, this next line?
Talking.
Yeah, talking of marketing. Oh, we're losing people. Mikhail?
Coming along.
Coming along. Okay, good. All right, I'm not going to continue all of these because we're running out of time and there's other things I wanted to look at in this lesson. So I'm just going to throw all those in. When we make small talk, there are certain expressions that we use. So things like asking questions is a good way to open a dialogue with another person. So whereabouts are you located is a question that you might ask if you're talking to someone in a business situation. What other kind of question could you ask if you are standing, say, in a lineup at a bank waiting to do your banking? Amit, can you think of anything you could say to a question you could ask the person next to you because you're bored, you're waiting? What would you say to them?
I don't know what are you doing here or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know how to say it really.
Well, what are you doing here is something you could ask. Maybe it wouldn't make as much sense at a bank because typically people waiting in line at a bank are going to be doing some banking. But this is where the weather is a great topic. So how would you make a question regarding that?
How I might say it is a lovely day, isn't it? Just
Good, yeah, that's perfect. It's a lovely day, isn't it? Beautiful opening when you are in a social situation like that with a stranger waiting in line. Very good. Okay, Amparo. Another thing that we can do when we're talking to someone and we don't want to talk about that anymore, okay? Or you've run out of things to say, you've talked about the weather. Some words we can use are like anyway is a good way to change the topic. There are other ways of changing the topic. Can you think of another one? There are some expressions below. There are a number of things. Do you see one that means the same thing? It changes a topic.
I heard that.
Okay, when we say I hear that, it is using knowledge, background knowledge. That's the next one. Okay, so this one is like anyway.
Because if I say by the way,
yes. That's the right one, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you use by the way in a sentence, it might go something like this. So you've been talking about the weather. It's a beautiful day today. Yes, it is. It's been a really beautiful day. By the way, have you seen Joe recently? It just completely changes the subject. Okay. That's how you use it. Okay. Now, another thing you can do when you are making small talk and in a conversation with somebody, you use background knowledge. So it's things like maybe you heard something about a merger or you heard something about somebody, you can use the phrase, I'm told that. I'm told that your company is going to move to a new location next year. It's something you heard, and you're finding out if that's true. Anton, is there another one that we could use instead of I'm told that? What else could we use? There are some. Go ahead.
As you know. As you know. It's
as you know? Okay. As you know, we're going to be moving our head office next year. Okay, possibly. All right. Other ones we can use, things like, I understand that Michael is leaving your company, or I hear that. So there, understand, hear, I've been told. All of those things which gives the impression that you have background knowledge. Okay. Oops. Now we're almost out of time. I spent too much time on another area of this. I wanted people to try making a bit of small talk. So, Claudia, I want you to meet with Giuseppe. You're at a conference. You meet with Giuseppe, and you are maybe sitting down to have lunch together. So, make small talk with him.
Hi Giuseppe. How are you? How are you? What about having a drink together?
Sorry, what was the question? What about?
She asked you if you would like to have a drink with her.
Of course, let's arrange it.
Okay. Okay. I think
whenever you want.
Unfortunately, we're out of time. I should have done this a little bit better. We didn't have enough time to use the language. But I hope that you learned a little bit of something about small talk in this lesson. And thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully, I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.